Hello, my dear friends. Warm regards and welcome to my sessions. Today I will come with you the National Education Policy, which is one of the most important aspect that we are focusing on today. It is the significant time for us people to focus and let us understand the curriculum framework based on the National Education Policy 2020. Okay, at the beginning, I am very grateful to the drafting committees and other types of the committees for the implementation of National Education Policy 2020 and curriculum framework. At the outset, I am thankful to the National Education Policy 2020 Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India. Now it is a Ministry of Education. And I'm also thankful to the different committees established by the Karnataka State Higher Education Council, Higher Education Department, Bengaluru, and its task force on implementation of National Education Policy. Dear friends, as we are very much interested and it is our responsibility towards us to understand what is meant by this National Education Policy and curriculum framework, irrespective of all the streams, arts, commerce, Bachelor of Computer Applications, BSc, Bachelor of Science, BFA, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Physical Education, etc. and etc. First, we have to understand the 5 important alternative options given based on the National Education Policy 2020. Dear friends, so there are 5 options. Each options consists of the combinations of various types of the subject on which we are going to focus on some of our perspective, and let us discuss one after the other these 5 options. So these 5 options, it is applicable to all type of the honorary 4 years honorary degree course, 4 years honors degree course. The first option is single discipline major course, DSC. And second one is languages L1 and L2. Third one is generic elective courses, GEC, other than the major subject has to be chosen here. Ability enhancement course, AAC, skill development course, SDC, vocational course, extracurricular activity courses, ECA, so which comprising of co-curricular and extension activities as well. Now we shall move on to discuss some of the main important curricular aspects involved in the single discipline. Here we are going to focusing mainly on the main important compulsory discipline or the subject which is called as the core element of the courses. Okay, core subject that we have to take it with respect to BA honors, BSc honors, BCA honors, BCom honors, etc. 4-year degree, undergraduate degree honorary course. Okay, as we know that, suppose say for example, first I will go for taking and looking into the matter of the 4-year BA honors course. Yes, we know that in BA honor courses, there are a number of subjects that we are going to study, like history, geography, sociology, anthropology, political science, public administration, and economics, etc. and etc. So in this case, here we have to select any one subject, any one particular discipline subject. So that should be uniform across all the university as stated by the curriculum framework of NEP 2020. So in this case, in the curriculum with respect to whether it is first year, second year, third year, or fourth year honors degree, the uniformity with respect to the curricular development or curriculum formulation, it should be same across all the universities as stated by the NEP 2020 with minimum variation or with minimum deviation. This helps us to make the movement or the mobility of the student from one university another university or from one colleges to the another colleges in such a way that the credit transfer will also be very much easier. So that what we have to do here with respect to this compulsory core element or major discipline subject, this should be deciding factor for the what type of the honorary degree that we are going to obtaining out of history or even language subject. Take for example, English is one of the language subject, Kannada or other type of the linguistic subject as well. Out of these, whatever the listed subject in the arts, one has to be taken it as a major subject that will be continued for the 4 years to obtain the honors BA honors degree. This is one thing. With respect to this, what we call as the BCom. Now, here the major subject, there are a number of subjects, they are listed in the basket. The corporate accounting, principal marketing, business economics, financial accounting, financial markets, monetary economics, commercial, like this, the number of subjects are available in the list of the BCom honorary degree. Out of all these subjects, the student who wish to join for the BCom honors course, he has to select one as the major core element subject. Okay, similarly, the BCA student has to obtain or go for the studying the fundamentals of the computer or computer concept and programming, Linux, C, introduction of the OS, data communications, web designing courses. Okay, these are the subject listed in the BCA. So in these cases, whatever the listed subject are there, one subject has to be taken it as the major subject that will be long lasting till the completion of the 4 years to get the BCA honors degree. Similarly, to get the BSc honors degree, one has to choose the physics, chemistry, mathematics, statistics, or botany, zoology, or even the computer science. One subject has to be selected by the candidate, which is to be considered as the major element to get or to pursue the BSc honors degree. This is with respect to single discipline major courses. Okay, under this one, languages always will be there, L1 and L2. L1 is the English language, L2 is the any mother tongue languages or other type of the languages that studied during the +2 level. Why we want the language? Language, it is must for our speech, must for our communications. It is to be considered as the medium of learning, medium of teaching, and also it helps each individual to think and make the mental exercises in our mind. It is useful for the expressions of them, our ideas very clearly and candidly. So not only this one, apart from these, what we call as usually the basics of these languages, irrespective of all the languages, the language should be taken it as a major subject as well to go understand deeper elements in that particular subject, considered it as a core or major core element subject and also the major discipline of the subject. Okay, And so in this case, two languages will be selected in a general way when you consider the other single discipline major courses across all these streams. And next one is the elective courses. That is generic elective courses. In this generic elective courses, it should be purely in a general type of the discipline, which is not at all concerned with that of the disciplines, whatever you have taken it as the major courses or the major elective courses or the minor courses or the other optional courses as well. So therefore, if a student studying in the BSc degree, if he wants to pursue the music or sports or games or anthropology as a generic elective course or the subject, he is free to get entry into that subject or he can choose that subject. Okay, it means that it is unrelated to that of the particular discipline, whatever the student has already chosen as a major. And one more thing is that, so in the general elective courses, this is purely dependent on the interest of the student. Sometimes the BCom student will be very much interested in the sports. The list of the subjects will be available in the games, so he can also choose that particular course. Understand my point? So this is the, therefore, so this one will give the opportunity to go beyond the discipline subject. And fourth one is ability enhancement course AEC, in which it provides the basic and need to pursue any type of the career. So it will always enhancing the ability with respect to what the careers demands. It will makes the generic skill courses. Say for example, here usually we are taking it as the Kannada, English, Hindi, Marathi, communication, English. Surely these will helpful for us to enhance our ability with respect to that particular subject. Even Indian Constitution, environmental sciences, these are also other subjects which definitely make us to enhance or elevate our the knowledge perspective in that particular field of the course. So therefore it will make our movement to understand, develop our destination towards the particular subject. Therefore gradually this will be happens in a what we call as series way. It is not at all happening in once. The ability enhancement course will facilitate us to acquire the whatever the abilities, enhancement of the abilities or the capacities. These will be taken it one after the other to make the advanced movement towards the destination of a person's with respect to particular skills. And next one, fifth one will be skill development course. The purpose is to provide the life skills, and here the development of the skills pertaining to any particular subject will be main important aspect of the study. Why? Because this increases the employability and permits the students after successful completion of the particular skill, they should get the jobs opportunities, and also he can enhance with the particular career, or else he can also make his own self employment. The such type of the courses and the subject will be introduced. In this case, what are the subject usually to be considered here are digital fluency, artificial intelligence. This is a very much newer topic which is needed for us, and also cyber security related courses, and also professional societal communication courses. I have mentioned only a few about this skill development courses. Okay, and next one is the extracurricular activities course, extracurricular activity courses. So in this extracurricular activity courses, usually it is comprising of providing the curricular and extension activities. Co-curricular activities. Co-curricular activities usually happens and attached with all our school and the colleges. What type of the co-curricular activities which are going to enhancing the social, moral, intellectual, and also positive thinking and creativity, aesthetic value, and enthusiastic nature about that particular courses. Altogether, these will be summed up and integrated to build the personality in relation to the certain traits and characteristics, which definitely provides and facilitate various faculties with respect to different domains of the mind. This will also build up the characters building and physical growth and physical spiritual growth of the any individual or the student. And coming up the after this one, the next course is the vocational course. So in this vocational course, the NEP 2020 curriculum framework clearly says that it has given a freedom to the all the universities to their rational thinking to adopt and create and establish their own courses. Each university has a freedom to develop the pool of the courses or the basket of the courses, but these are dependent on the value and skill based one, and they are having the freedom to suggest their own papers and the courses based on expertise, specialization, requirements, scope, need, and etc. The faculties, whatever it requires. So therefore, it is left to the rationale of the universities in relation to establish their own courses with respect to vocational courses. And apart from this one, few more courses that we are studying in the option 2. Now, coming to the option 2, which comprising of all these type of the courses. I don't want to explain once again the what is the major course or the major discipline. As I have explained it here, one major discipline has to be selected, one minor discipline. Okay, one minor discipline has to be selected. I will get back into this here. Earlier, this one was the languages. Now, here, one minor discipline has to be taken apart from choosing or selecting the languages L1 and L2, whatever I have said about this one. But what happens here is, when you take the one major discipline as one of the core element subject on which you are getting the honors degree, whether it is BA or BSc or BCom, BCA or BBA, the subject should be goes till up to the 4th year. But here in one minor discipline, the credits will be less. Credits will be less as compared to that of the one major subject. Keep this word in mind. Suppose if I take the sociology as the one major subject, I can select other subject as the minor subject. Even I can go for economics as the minor subject. So there, each university will surely make the pool of the discipline or the basket of the discipline among all the given subject. They can choose it. But one thing here is that mobility from one stream to another stream, it is very difficult, because if the art student arts colleges or the institutions offering only the art subject as the minor discipline, it is very difficult for the student to go for the other statistics subject, which is to be taken it as the one of the subject in the science colleges and the art science discipline and the commerce discipline subject. So therefore, So institution has to think and university has to think over these such type of the what we call as the problematic situations. Okay, the minor discipline, even the chemistry person or the student can choose the any other minor subject. He can choose even psychology also apart from the other science subject. Chemistry students can choose the botany as the minor discipline subject. Okay, just I am quoting here the example. These are not the exact what I am taking it here. Okay, these will give certain guidelines according to the NEP 2020 curriculum framework. Okay, the one major discipline, one minor discipline. As I have already explained about the languages L1 and L2, one is English and another one the language, whether it is Kannada or Hindi or Marathi or even French. So whatever it might be, but they must have studied during the +2 level. Then general elective subjects that I have already explained it. This should be the always the other than that of the major subject. And ability enhancement courses that too also have explained it. And skill development course, occasional courses, extracurricular activities. These all are the subject comes under the option number 2, or these are the combinations of the subject considered for the option 2. Then what are the subject listed in the option number 3? Now here will be the main point. Now here up in the option number 3, out of all these combinations of the subject, 2 major discipline courses, surely the student can choose it. Taken it as a major discipline 1 and major discipline 2. Okay, if the student takes the one as the history, another as the economics, they can move forward with respect to the same discipline courses, but each one is having the same credit points. Okay, same what we call as the credits. Apart from this one, students can choose the languages L1 and L2, generic electives other than the major, ability enhancement course, skill development course, vocational courses, and extracurricular activities. So these all comes under the option or option number 3, in which all these combinations of the subject has mentioned. 2 major discipline courses is the focus point in the option number 3, and the rest of the subject almost will be the same as I explained in the option number 1. Now getting into the option number 4, which displays about the one major discipline course once again. Okay, and including one vocation discipline course. This is highlighted here, vocation discipline courses. This vocation discipline courses, as I have already told, that each university has the freedom to frame and prepare their own curriculum framework, and they can establish with their own expertise, specialization, and their requirement and scope of the subject, etc. Okay, one major discipline and one vocation discipline course, and the rest of the things, languages L1 and L2, generic elective courses other than the major, ability enhancement course, skill development course, extracurricular activities. These will be same as we found in the option number 1, 2, and 3. And let us move on to the last option, which is comprising of these type of the combinations. What we can opt here for one major discipline we have to consider. Say for example, if the commerce student would like to take the corporate accounting, he can go for the business economics as well. Okay, as sorry, if the student obtain for the one major discipline, And here the focus will be given on one education discipline courses. Surely this will be, I think, a teacher education courses related to the teacher educational courses. Definitely, this will helpful to obtain the 4 year that period, what we call the teacher education related courses. Okay, then languages L1 and L2, general electives GEC other than the major, ability enhancement course, skill development courses, extracurricular activities courses, they all will be the same. Only the focus point in this option number 5 will be the education discipline related courses, and rest of the subject will be the same. Dear friends, so five types of the these are the five types or five alternative options of the study for various streams of courses. I hope you have gained from my little bit knowledge in this session. Thank you very much.